I've been painting for the last 5 years and I've had so much fun. There's been such inspiration, so many different ways that I've painted, and I thought that we might go to the basics and take all the people that have inspired me and one by one break it down and try to apply their technique to mine. The first one that comes to mind is Gerhard Richter. Gerhard Richter is an amazing artist. He went from a portraiture style with a little bit of blur to it to full-on abstract, and he used this, a squeegee. Of all things. I want to do a couple tests. The first one is I want to take my pendulum painting, I want to put a background on it and do a squeegee over the whole thing at the end and kind of see what that looks like and how I can improve on it. Then I want to do one over my texture. Like my pieces have a lot of texture, so that's going to be second. And then third, I'm going to do a pendulum while doing scraping stuff. I don't know how it's going to go. You guys are going to be here along for the ride. It should be chaotic, but we'll see. All right, as we do this first test of the Gerhard Richter style painting, I figured might as well knock out a couple different types at the same time. So my plan is these two are commissions. I just figured I'd sneak those in because why not? And then we've got this one, which I plan on taking a squeegee and running down the canvas. And then I've got this one, which I'm gonna add multiple colors to and layer them up and then do a squeegee through that and see what it looks like. Gerhard Richter did a lot of his paintings using a squeegee okay, I lost it. I was gonna show you guys what I'm using, but I don't know where it went. So never mind, using a squeegee that's not on camera that I can't find. I just had it. Am I going insane? There it is. Using a squeegee like so. Wow, that took a while. And I'm basically just gonna run it through. So maybe at the end of this video, you guys will get to see that. And then on YouTube, of course, you'll get to see it. So jump over there if you haven't been to my long form YouTube channel yet. But in the meantime, we're probably gonna do maybe just one swing. I think one swing is good. That way we can get good coverage on the gray one. The blue one's already looking really nice. And we have a lot of paint on these guys, but not too much. I might actually stay away from these big bands when doing my scraping. So, who knows? In the meantime, these are good. Waiting on this, maybe another 10, 15 seconds, and then we're gonna do our scrape. So, we'll see how that goes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squeegee. Well, that went about as well as I could have hoped, which is about a 1 out of 10. After this initial test, I'm not necessarily discouraged, a little confused. We're gonna take this up a notch and do what I said, where we're gonna have multiple color pendulums. So I have the white one already. We're gonna add other colors to it and then swipe through it and see if that changes the effect. All right, yellow is up next. I think I'm gonna do 2 more colors after this. So we got this mustardy color, which is interesting. Normally it's a lot more vibrant, but because I've got muted background, it takes it down a notch, which I'm not mad at. It's not a bad thing, but whatever. All right, gonna do one swing that way, one swing another way. Here we go. This should be over in like a couple seconds. It's out of paint basically. Yeah, that's good. Now we've got red going down. I'm gonna do probably red and then a blue to finish it out. I really like this red color. I'm gonna use it again for sure. Probably later down the line on this exact painting. Maybe as a background, maybe as a foreground, we'll see. Not exact painting, sorry. Not this one, but exact same video, if that makes sense. Okay. Actually, red's gonna conclude this. We're gonna do our squeegee after this. I'm gonna do like a spin, like, I don't know what that's gonna do. Super technical term there, a spin. Okay. A little bit more time. And let's grab it. Three, two, one, go. Okay, rocky start, but this is another part of my series where I am replicating the masters and applying them to my technique. And today we are actively going to be using a squeegee like Gerhard Richter in addition to my pendulum style and kind of like mix it up. So I do a squeegee and then a pendulum and kind of just dial it in together. So let's start where I had that drip and let's see how this goes. I'm just gonna go like that. Okay. Well, let me finish it out here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that because this painting is stunning, but it happens. We're already here. Okay, here we go. Come over here. I do like how this is turning out. I wish I didn't do it on this canvas, I'll be honest. I wish I did it on a painting I didn't care about because I'm kind of blown away with how amazing this is. Do a little spin here. Okay. One more swipe on this side and we'll call it. And just let it swing from now on. There we go. Okay. This might be one of the coolest things I've done in a long time because if you can see it kind of builds on itself, right? So it was a pendulum, I swiped it, more lines on top, same thing in here, it was swiped. It looks like it's like woven together. Let's do one more, whatever. It's my painting, I can do what I want. There we go. That's the end of it. But maybe, do I do more? Maybe not. We'll see. What if I just did like a crazy swipe here? No. We'll see. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's spectacular. Part of me wants to add a different color now. That might be interesting, but maybe not. Maybe I just like time-lapse this or something. Because realistically, it's just a bunch of white on white at this point. But you can kind of see what I mean with that woven effect, right? Like you get some of the lines, they cut off, and then other ones are on top of the swipe. This is interesting. I think we can build on this. Okay. We're gonna get it, I think, in like 30 seconds. Yeah. Okay. This is spectacular though. All right. 5, 4. Well, part of me wants to go till the lines line up now. Maybe like 20 seconds left. So we actually do get the pendulum in the middle. We just get layers of it. Let's see how this looks from far away. Crazy. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Got it. Perfect starting swing. All right, this is the final chapter of the first test of the squeegee paintings. So I said so many times. I'm very inspired by Gerhard Richter, if you know who that is. And he recently, like in his more recent work, used a squeegee. And so I want to be combining my pendulum technique, which I'll be honest, I didn't come up with, but that I use a lot, with squeegees. So I just did one where I was actively swiping while it was moving. I did one earlier where I let it go with no texture in the background and then swiped it. And then this guy, we're gonna do a kind of combo. There's a lot of texture behind it. Actually, I don't know if you can notice, but this is the painting that I use a fan with. And I don't know if that makes any sense. So I basically did I can't speak today for some reason. It was that wobbly kind of topographic effect. And on top of it, I am now adding my lines for my Gerhard Richter painting. I don't know who I'm gonna do next. So if you have other ideas for artists that I should kind of not replicate, but kind of get inspired by directly and explain why they inspire me and whatever else, that'd be awesome. So in the meantime, like the thing that did it for me is I'm doing my paintings, going crazy, and then I paint over one of them and I was like, okay, this is spectacular. And then I took my paintbrush and I didn't have any paint on it. I just swiped it across and it bounced off just the texture, which was one of the most interesting things I've ever seen with my painting style. And so I want to kind of pull from that. That was very early on, and that was one of the first aha moments where I'm like, this is something, I'm onto something here. And now it's developed into a technique that I'm really proud of, and we can just play with it and build on it. And so what I'm thinking of doing is when this is done, I'm not gonna swipe on the thicker lines. I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna go like this, like that. Like a good swipe all the way around. It's gonna have to be one fell swoop, one swipe to rule them all, but we should be able to do it together. All right, maybe another 10 seconds. I just want a circle in the middle, nothing crazy. Maybe I go up. No, I think I go down. So I want the center to still be the center. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's see if I can nail this first try. Here we go. Okay, same thing here. I'm gonna leave that as is. I kind of love this. What do you guys think? We're now done with the squeegee paintings. I had a blast. There were so many different ones we tried. And honestly, the most promising, I think, was the active swiping while pendulum painting. Anything I can do to bolster what I'm doing during the painting, if that makes any sense, that's what I like. And so this allows me to really customize the effect. Same thing with swinging the canvas. That's another thing that I love doing, and I can really customize when, wow, my hands are covered in paint, when everything moves, when it doesn't move. So yeah, words, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.